Alright guys, good morning. Volta42 here. It's a weekday morning, but I'm working from home, so why not just take a quick ride in the morning. But which bike should I take? Let's see, what do we got here? The Interceptor. Well, not the Duke, because it's got a slight leak at the front air valve stem. Let's see, what keys did I get? Kawasaki. What do we have here? How about this? Guys, so yeah, I got myself Versys 1000, and yeah, I won't be going into much detail of how I got the bike and the history of the bike. Of course, it's a used bike. It's a 2017 model. The one before they changed the front end again to the current version. Well, of course, the mechanicals are the same, have been the same for many years. The same 1043cc engine from the Ninja 1000, but tuned a little differently. So produces a little less power, 120 bhp, but the torque spread is more even across the rev range. This video is mostly just going to be a ride, because it's pretty much the first time I'm riding this on the highway today, and I don't want to get too carried away in conversation. Just want to focus on the ride. Wind noise from the front end. I like the smooth acceleration of the inline 4. At higher RPM, say above 5,000-6,000, it does get a little buzzy, which I was not expecting, but I think, can't be completely, vibe free. But what I really like, is that you don't really need to shift much at highway speeds. You slow down to about 100 or even a little lower, and you remain in 6th gear, and you can accelerate all the way up to whatever speed you want to do. And even in 6th gear, it's quite effortless. Is it scary? Because that's one thing I was kind of expecting, because I don't really have any experience of bikes of this caliber. But yeah, if you keep the revs low, it's not at all scary. If you really ring it up, you know, rev it up to the higher ranges, yeah, it can get a little scary. But you know, it's not really that kind of explosive power. It's quite linear, quite smooth. Not boring, maybe unless you're coming from a proper sport bike, then it might be. But yeah, not at all boring. Brakes are really good. I need to play around with this windshield of mine. This is a GV aftermarket windshield, the double pane one, to better alleviate you know, the buffeting issues. Well, right now at low speeds I'm not having any buffeting at all. A little higher speeds I'm getting a little, but that's at like really almost unreasonably high speeds, like, you know, 150 and so and above. I could lift no, right now the windshield is at the lowest position. I could lift it up a little, but you know, the visibility gets affected. Right now it's okay. I can see over it easily. I don't know about you guys. You guys, yeah, you're at my chin level, so you're probably seeing through the windshield, right? I have a solution from my Harley days for cleaning and maintaining windshields. I'll try using that to properly clean it up, and that also kind of acts like a wax, you know, to prevent buildup of dust and debris, insects, and so on the windshield. A good test of whether I'm getting buffeting or not is the audio quality you guys are hearing. I can't hear that yet, of course, so I'll have to go back and check how the audio is. This model back then did not come with a built-in gear indicator, gear position indicator, so there's an aftermarket fitment there. Hope you can see that. So how that works is it's kind of programmed to know the gear ratios, so it detects the RPM and the speed. So from that ratio, you know, RPM to speed, it gives you which gear you're in. But the only downside is there's a slight delay in the indication. So when you shift up or down until you release the clutch and the vehicle is moving in the new gear ratio, you can't tell that a shift has happened. Yeah, the brakes are good, but you know, when doing high speeds, even if you have good brakes, you still need to keep a sufficient margin. Yeah, that's something I got to keep in mind. It's not like I've not done high speeds before, just that on other bikes there's a conscious effort into getting to those speeds, and this one you get there without realizing it. See, 6th gear, 60, just about 2000 RPM. So I'll just stay here, I won't downshift. And look at the pull now. Okay, up there, I'd better downshift. Suspension is quite comfortable, you know. Of course, it's fully adjustable for well, yeah, you can't adjust the compression, that's it, but you can adjust the rebound and of course the preload at both ends. I won't make it a very long ride today because I got to go back and have breakfast and get to work. I mean, working from home, but you know, still don't want to be late. So we'll just head up to our usual hangout, you know, the North Sapura Lake, and hang around there for a while and get back. Okay, let's stop here. Yeah, it does have the positive neutral finder that you find on Kawasaki's. So when you're stopped, you shift up from first and it won't go past neutral, it will stop at neutral no matter how hard you push. Okay. Alright, so let's have a quick walk around with this camera. So that's the bike, the old shape, not the very old shape of course, with the vertically stacked headlamps. That one never came to India as far as I know. So this is the CBU, should be made in Japan then, I think, because that's the only place Versys are made. They're assembled in a lot of places, but yeah, I think they're only made in Japan. So yeah, 2017, they didn't start assembling in India back then. So yeah, quite a few accessories on the bike. I won't go into the details now. I'll do a separate walk around later as I do with my other bikes. It's got the GV top case. That's a big help, of course. You know me, I like having top cases all the time, or some storage, some good amount of storage where I can keep my helmet, you know, like when I'm in office or parked elsewhere, and other things like rain gear and you know, air pump, jump starter and so on. So yeah, just the basic look of the bike. Yeah, it looks big. It is big. It is heavy. But yeah, once you ride it, only at slow speeds, sometimes you feel it a little. With the pillion on, yeah, you do feel it. Because the pillion sits quite high up, you know, so makes the whole thing a little top heavy. I experienced that yesterday when I got the bike home with my wife as a passenger. So yeah, that's the bike. Alright guys, let's head back now. I need to change my gloves. Look at the condition of these gloves now. Really like them, you know, they're very comfortable and protective. D3 armor. But yeah, need to change them. Need to find something that's good for, you know, everyday use. I have those leather gauntlet ones, but they're not very comfortable, so don't end up wearing them often. So anyway, yeah, it's WD-40. Sprayed some on these. Guys, tell me if you're familiar with Kawasaki's. Is this angle of the mirrors correct? Because aren't these supposed to be like this edge should be horizontal, mostly horizontal, and this one should be sloping down, a little more tilted this way. But I'm not able to do that. Okay, let me try doing the windshield up a little. That's better, I think. Still not too high. Alright, then we'll turn back. A great curve to take at high speeds, but I'm kind of afraid of, you know, people jumping out of the bushes. That's always a fear in these places. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. Hopefully you'll see more of the Versys in upcoming videos. I mean, I should be making more videos, you know, more frequently from now on, hopefully. And yeah, I should plan some tours as well, right? Of course. Only thing is, this weekend we are taking a trip to Pondicherry, but that's on the car. So it'll be a while, you know, before we can gather up enough holidays, leaves, and enough funds to have another trip. But yeah, I mean, weekend rides, maybe an extended weekend, that should be quite doable. Alright then, Volatile 42 signing off. Catch you next time.